What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. So, look, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard joined forces back in what, 2019? Here we are in 2022, and these motherfuckers really haven't had a meaningful, sustained run yet. And Clipper fans deserve better than this shit, man. Okay. I get the injuries. I understand that. Um, but at some point, you have to ask yourself a question. And this is just my opinion. Now, initially, when this strategy for Kawhi to, miss 20 something games to sort of slow down the deterioration of the patella tendon in his knee, um, I said, okay, I can understand that. That should be, if that's effective and that will allow him to be healthy in the playoffs and prolong his career, okay. But is there any evidence to show that that's working? I mean, because you could argue it worked in Toronto, most definitely. Um, he was able to stay healthy through most of the playoffs, even though by the finals he was limping. But then in subsequent years, him missing 20 plus games every year, he seems to be breaking down more and more frequently and more often. Last year in the playoffs, he tore his, partially tore his ACL in his knee. Hasn't played a game this year. And, I mean, you look at what was promised and what has happened, it's been a failure for the Clippers. A complete, total failure. And you look at how many games this guy has missed in his career. We get on Anthony Davis for missing games, right? We get on Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis has missed about what, 24% of his games in his career, which is a lot. 24%. That's one out of four games, right? But Kawhi Leonard has missed 32% of the games in his career. 32%, including one full season this year. And and most of one season, what was it, 2018, 17, 18, when he missed all but 9 games? This guy has missed 32% of the games in his career, which is almost one out of three games in his career he misses due to injury. So at some point, you gotta ask yourself, look, man, if this shit ain't working, maybe you just, hey, what can I say? Maybe you can't stay healthy enough to play basketball. I mean, because anyway, the problem that he has is going to get worse every fucking year. This is a progressive thing. It's not going to get better. They're trying to slow it down. But I mean, if this is what the result is, that you're going to miss 20, 25, 30 games every year and hope you don't get hurt, I mean, fuck that shit. I'm talking about as far as being a Clipper fan, not Kawhi Leonard. Fuck him. I'm talking about if you're a ticket holder, do you want to see go to a game where every fucking game or every third game or every other game your star ain't playing? You got, man, fuck that, man. No, I don't know. I'm always going to side on I'm always going to be on the side of a fan, not the side of a wannabe fake agent or wannabe fake general manager or a fan club president. Fuck that shit. People get on Kawhi Leonard. I mean, excuse me. People get on Kyrie Irving for missing games. These guys doing nothing but missing games. You got fucking James Harden not playing the fucking Heat because he's scared of them motherfuckers. You got LeBron James ducking the Sixers twice because he don't want no smoke with Joel Embiid. You got all these players missing games because they want to go clubbing or whatever the fuck it is they doing. Man, fuck this shit. Ben Simmons not playing. Fucking, uh, John Wall not playing for whatever reason, getting paid. Man, fuck this shit. I do want, man, fuck that. The next collective bargaining agreement, I hope that shit brings it back a little bit so the fans can enjoy these fucking games. I remember Michael Jordan, man. Michael Jordan felt obligated to play. If he could play, he went out there and played because he always imagined in the crowd there was a young kid that had never seen Michael Jordan play, and this might be the only time he get to watch him play. So he always went out there and tried to be the best he could. I just saw a quote in the chat group I'm in. Much respect for the dude who posted it. It was a quote from Kobe. His wife used to ask him, "Why do you play through so many injuries?" And he said, "Because there's always a family in the crowd that took their hard-earned money and saved it and saved to watch me play one time. Now, how can I look at that family and tell them, I could have played, but I don't, I didn't play because, well, I just decided not to play." And that family, there was that one chance to see Kobe Bryant play. Cal Ripken, right? The streak. Man played in 2,632 straight games. He went out there and performed every day and played because he was the star. He felt obligated to go out there and play because he was the star. He wasn't the greatest athlete in the world. He wasn't the best player in baseball. But he had the greatest will of anybody in that fucking league. And he wasn't always healthy. Cal Ripken was hurt all the time. But there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. And he went out there and he fucking played. How many times have we went out there, ladies and gentlemen, and you didn't feel good? And you went to your job because you had to, because unlike these fucking players, we have obligations. We got bills. We got families. I didn't always feel like getting my ass about that fucking bed, but I went out there and I had to do what the fuck I had to do. And like you do. So why the fuck are we rooting for these players, these pampered fucking athletes that wouldn't give us a time of day if we walk past these motherfuckers? Fuck them. People around here just rooting for. Look, even with me and Russ, fuck Russell Westbrook to a certain extent. I like Russ as a basketball player, certain aspects of his game. But it's Russell Westbrook's fault that he never worked on his game. It's Russell Westbrook's fault that he used to treat the media like fucking soiled toilet paper when he was at his best, at his prime, at his apex. I read some of the stories. Some of the shit he did to some of the reporters was fucking awful. The way he talked to them. So part of this shit is his fucking fault. He should never took his ass to LA. You know how LeBron James rolled. So a lot of this shit is his fault. It shouldn't make no sense, man. These guys go out here and fucking not playing. Just choose not to play. The shit's fucking up the game, man. Next thing you're gonna have is players not playing in playoff games. Well, James Harden is a little bit fatigued tonight, so even though this is Game 7, James may make a token appearance, but he's probably gonna sit this one out. The team really needs him though. Yeah, but he's a little tired from partying last night, so he's gonna, sit down and hopefully Joel Embiid and the other guys get it done. And they're gonna act like it's okay. I don't know.